A story that combines two things which would normally not work. What I'm basically saying is that a combination of two things which would not coexist is the same thing as saying oil mixing with water. They are basically, in fact, they are immiscible due to different densities. Now this concept is what we got in Zootopia. A bunny and a fox. They're actually enemies. Foxes eat rabbits, but they made it work in a nice big city that combined predators and prey and made this amalgamation, this coalition of animals to rise above their differences and make it work somehow. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was heartfelt. And then Disney thought, you know what? We can do exactly the same thing, but with elements. So here we go. It's fire and water. Let's see what happens when they get together.
That's better.
Oh.
Okay. Yes. So we've got the plot out of the way. What is the problem with the film? The problem with the film is copying. It's the fact that you can see what they're trying to do. You can see that they're trying to feed into the same concept which we got past Zootopia. We understand it's amazing to see two different people, two different things go over and through adversity to make it work. Olaf literally stood there beside the fire and he said, some people are worth melting for. That was beautiful. It was heartfelt. And in this film, the water stays in the same room as the fire and he starts to boil. He starts to evaporate. And I couldn't help but feel it was just a clapback. It was just a throwback to what we got from Frozen, right? A moment which was supposed to be beautiful, a moment which was supposed to be heartfelt, felt like a cheap copy. A concept which they believe was going to be amazing, was going to be heartfelt, felt like a cheap copy from Zootopia. And then they throw in something, some moralistic vibe into it to make it deep, to make it relatable. This girl from the Fire Nation, this fire, wants to make it up to her parents for facing so much adversity and animosity from the world. They've built all this, they've given her a life, an amazing and beautiful life, and she wants to repay them by taking over the store. But it's not her dream. Her dream is to do something else, but she's never given herself time. She's never given herself time to understand what she wants, who she wants to be, but she's doing it to give it back to them because they've done so much, they've gone through so much, and the least she could do is to be a good daughter. The story, the behind it, it's amazing, it's beautiful, but the execution, it's just a cheap, heartless carbon copy. Everything that should be heartfelt, everything that should mean something, it just feels empty. It feels like a copy. The comedy is okay. The CGI is amazing. Animation-wise, they know what they're doing. But story-wise, originality-wise, it's very passive. Apana chavakagadzira chinyowani chatati singazivi chatati sina kuona. So the movie starts and it ends. You are not impressed. You are not brought towards tears. You are just watching it and you're just thinking, wow, Disney has made some really good animated movies in the past, because that's what this is. A clapback, a reboot, a reference to what they've made before, to their successes, to Zootopia, to Frozen, because they can't make anything better, or they can, but they're just being lazy. The depth of the story that's hidden behind all the stealing and citations, the depth of the story is there, and I'm very much in love with it. Right? I'm very much in love with it. The story of migration, the story of adversity, story of trying to build and create something bigger for your child, for someone. It's a story that would normally not be told by Disney. It would normally not be told by something like this. And they do that. They tell this story. The thing that I have a problem with is the fact that the way they told it does not feel like they stood true towards the spirit of originality. The story is original, but some of these tearjerkers, some of these things that they put into this film so as to hit hard, felt taken from their previous successes.
Can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning.